Yet when the camera rolls, you have to have the courage to throw all that work out the window.
This is my dance space. This is your dance space. I don't go into yours, you don't go into mine. You gotta hold the frame.
She's an incredibly available actress. She goes, you know, what you strive for as an actor is...
Nobody puts baby in a corner. It's one of the most iconic lines in movie history, delivered by Patrick Swayze in a film that would make him a global superstar. But what if I told you that Patrick Swayze almost walked away from Dirty Dancing before filming even finished? Behind the scenes of this beloved romantic drama was a nightmare of epic proportions that nearly destroyed both the movie and its leading man. From brutal clashes with his co-star Jennifer Grey that turned the set toxic to a devastating knee injury that left him in excruciating pain, to his hatred of the film's most famous line, Patrick faced a perfect storm of challenges that pushed him to his breaking point. The shocking truth about what really happened during the making of Dirty Dancing will change everything you thought you knew about this classic film. The Clash of Titans, Swayze versus Grey. The biggest threat to Dirty Dancing's completion wasn't budget constraints or studio interference. It was the explosive conflict between its two leads. Patrick Swayze and Jennifer Grey had worked together before on Red Dawn, and their previous experience had been anything but pleasant. When they were cast together again in Dirty Dancing, their unresolved tensions created a toxic atmosphere that nearly destroyed the production. The conflict stemmed from their fundamentally different approaches to acting and professionalism. Patrick was a disciplined perfectionist who took his craft seriously and expected the same from his co-stars. He had trained extensively in dance and was committed to delivering flawless performances. Jennifer, on the other hand, was more spontaneous and emotional in her approach, often breaking character during intense scenes. The most visible manifestation of their conflict occurred during the famous scene where Patrick runs his hand down Jennifer's arm. What audiences see as Baby's nervous giggling was actually Jennifer breaking character and laughing uncontrollably, forcing multiple retakes. Patrick's visible frustration in that scene was completely genuine, as he struggled to maintain the romantic tension while his co-star dissolved into fits of giggles. The situation became so bad that director Emile Ardolino had to intervene with a frank discussion between the two actors. Patrick later wrote in his autobiography, "The Time of My Life," about Jennifer's behavior. She seemed particularly emotional, sometimes bursting into tears if someone criticized her. Other times, she'd be slipping into silly moods, forcing us to do scenes over and over again. The professional relationship was so strained that there were serious discussions about recasting one of the leads. The chemistry that audiences loved on screen was actually the result of real tension and conflict, with both actors channeling their frustration into their performances. The irony was that their off-screen animosity created the very sexual tension that made their on-screen romance so compelling. The injury that nearly ended everything. While the conflict with Jennifer Grey was emotionally draining, it was a devastating physical injury that truly brought Patrick Swayze to the brink of quitting Dirty Dancing. Patrick had a pre-existing knee injury from his football and ballet days that had already derailed his promising dance career years earlier. The demanding choreography and physical requirements of Dirty Dancing pushed his damaged knee beyond its limits. The breaking point came during the filming of the iconic log scene, where Johnny and Baby dance on a fallen tree in the forest. The uneven surface and repetitive movements put immense strain on Patrick's already compromised knee. During one take, he landed awkwardly and felt a sharp, debilitating pain that would plague him for the rest of the shoot. Despite the intense pain, Patrick largely refused to take painkillers because he didn't want them to dull his performance. He was committed to delivering a sharp, present performance and believed that medication would compromise his ability to connect with the character and the audience. The injury caused his knee to swell massively with fluid, requiring multiple draining procedures throughout the filming. This was an excruciating medical procedure that Patrick endured just to be able to walk, let alone perform the film's demanding dance sequences. Each draining provided only temporary relief before the swelling returned. The most remarkable testament to Patrick's dedication came during the filming of the final lift scene. He performed the iconic overhead lift of Jennifer Grey with his severely injured knee, knowing he could only do it once for the cameras. As he later admitted, I would have been a fool to do it more than once. I did it. The camera was on me, the camera was on Jennifer, and we got the shot. This single moment of triumph came at enormous personal cost, demonstrating Patrick's commitment to the film even when his body was failing him. The line he hated and creative battles. One of the most surprising revelations about Patrick Swayze's Dirty Dancing experience was his intense hatred for the film's most famous line. "Nobody puts baby in a corner" has become one of cinema's most quoted phrases, but Patrick initially fought tooth and nail to have it removed from the script. Patrick thought the line was cheesy and cliched, completely at odds with the authentic character he was trying to create. In his own words, "I hated that line. I hate it. I thought it was the cheesiest line in the movie." He argued with the writers and director, insisting that Johnny Castle would never say something so melodramatic. The irony of Patrick's resistance to this line cannot be overstated. The phrase that would become his most memorable movie moment was something he actively tried to eliminate from the film. His instincts as an actor told him it was wrong for the character, yet it became the defining moment of his career. However, when Patrick saw the scene played back during dailies, he had a complete change of heart. Watching the line in context, with the music, lighting, and emotional buildup, he realized it worked perfectly for Johnny Castle's character. The line that he had fought so hard to remove suddenly felt right and powerful. When the producers later considered cutting the scene during final editing, Patrick was the one who fought to keep it in. Could anyone have predicted that the line Patrick hated most would become the one audiences remembered forever? His complete reversal on this issue shows how even experienced actors can misjudge their own work. The low-budget nightmare production. Dirty Dancing was never intended to be a major studio blockbuster. With a modest $6 million budget from Vestrum Pictures, a home video company, the production faced constant challenges that made Patrick's job infinitely more difficult and contributed to his desire to quit. The low budget meant filming in less than ideal conditions. The famous lake scene was shot in near-freezing water, with Patrick and Jennifer having to perform romantic scenes while their lips turned blue from cold. The production was also plagued by an outbreak of food poisoning among cast and crew, adding another layer of misery to an already challenging shoot. Patrick had to fight for his vision of the character and the film's musical elements. He co-wrote and wanted to perform "She's Like the Wind" for the soundtrack, but producers were initially skeptical about letting an actor sing. They saw him only as a dancer and actor, not as a musician capable of contributing to the film's sound. Patrick had to prove himself by creating a demo tape and fighting for the opportunity to be heard. His persistence paid off when "She's Like the Wind" became a massive international hit, reaching number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100. This success vindicated his artistic instincts and proved that his contributions extended far beyond just acting and dancing. The production's financial constraints also meant longer shooting days, fewer takes, and constant pressure to move quickly. For a perfectionist like Patrick, who wanted to get every scene exactly right, these limitations were frustrating and exhausting. The combination of physical pain, interpersonal conflict, and production pressures created a perfect storm of stress. The legacy of perseverance. Patrick Swayze's near departure from Dirty Dancing serves as a powerful reminder of how close we came to losing one of cinema's most beloved films. His decision to persevere through physical agony, professional conflicts, and creative disagreements ultimately gave the world a movie that continues to inspire audiences decades later. The success of Dirty Dancing transformed Patrick from a character actor into a global superstar. His salary for the film was a relatively modest $200,000, but the movie's success led to much higher-paying roles in films like Ghost and Point Break. By the time of his death in 2009, Patrick had accumulated an estimated net worth of $40 million, much of it built on the foundation that Dirty Dancing provided. More importantly, Patrick's struggle during the making of Dirty Dancing revealed his character and dedication as an artist. His willingness to perform through pain, to fight for his creative vision, and to push through interpersonal conflicts showed the kind of commitment that separates true professionals from mere celebrities. The film's enduring popularity has vindicated every difficult decision Patrick made during production. The line he hated became iconic. The dances he performed through pain became legendary. and the chemistry he created despite personal conflicts became the stuff of movie magic. Patrick's experience on Dirty Dancing also foreshadowed his later battle with pancreatic cancer, where he showed the same determination and refusal to give up. During his illness, he told Barbara Walters, "I will dig my way out." This fighting spirit was evident even during the making of Dirty Dancing, where he literally dug his way through pain and conflict to create something beautiful. Patrick's experience on Dirty Dancing also foreshadowed his later battle with pancreatic cancer, where he showed the same determination and refusal to give up. During his illness, he told Barbara Walters, "I will dig my way out." This fighting spirit was evident even during the making of Dirty Dancing, where he literally dug his way through pain and conflict to create something beautiful. What do you think about Patrick's struggles during Dirty Dancing? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to like this video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more behind-the-scenes stories. Thanks for watching.